I have this screen patio that I constructed out of wood because I thought it would be easier to maintain if something went wrong. Well, as it turns out, the termites decided to get into one of the beams, and as you can see, the screen is sagging and it's also ripped away from the top beam because there was nothing for it to attach to anymore. So I went to ChatGPT and was asking it, okay, now what are good ways to fix this? And it was coming up with all kinds of convoluted crap. And I said, nah, it's got to be another way. And then one day it just occurred to me that I could treat it rather than breaking my neck, taking this 2 by 8 or 2 by 6, can't remember what it is, down and using multiple ladders. I decided to treat the gap as if it were like a concrete pillar or something like that. So I created a form, and this is for people who don't do this professionally. So what I did was I created, okay, I did all of this for like $12. Hold on. My favorite wood putty. And I said to myself, I bet you I can frame that out and then just fill it in like I was pouring concrete. And so I did my usual Durham's water putty and mixed it in this little bowl that I could throw away and measured it out so I could be consistent. Not that that was tremendously important, but enough. And so I mixed it together. It took me about 3 of these dishes full, and but it's easy cleanup because it's water-based. Well, I was looking for something stiff that would be able to hold the putty in because the whole top section is kind of belled out with just being eaten away. There's nothing there, but the bottom half is intact. So I went to the dollar store and bought these things I knew wouldn't be affected by weather or humidity. They're that styrofoam thingies. And then I just got scraps of wood or whatever, like I didn't have another scrap. So I used the level that I have, and I just put it in place to make sure that the styrofoam didn't bulge out and make, you know, a sanding mess for me. And then I just, as you can see, I'll see what I can do without getting up there. So you can see that I brought it up to the top, and yes, I'm probably going to have to paint this putty that got onto the screen brown also, but I have to paint the beam anyway, so if it means I don't have to kill myself with double ladders and tricky all sorts of carpentry things, this was a way to go for me. So as soon as this is already drying up, it's already pretty, this is totally hard. So this inner part that is about this much of putty will probably take a little bit longer to dry all the way down to the bottom. Once it does, I'll peel this off, sand it down, paint it, and instead of having to hire someone who would charge me $250, take the beam out, put a new beam in, then do the screen, then do the blah, 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 $12. I hope that helps.